What is happening, YouTube? It's your boy Austin Big Night Gaming here, and we are back with our deck profile. This time I went X3 at the Indianapolis Regional. Didn't do too well overall in the standings. It was a little upsetting. We were X2 going into the last round, and then as you can see from the title, we played Gold Pride Punk. We saw no Punk. We played against the guy who won the Springfield, Illinois Regional. He's a really cool dude. We talked, shot the stuff. So hopefully, might see him at Louisville. Might not. I don't know, but we'll definitely be out at Louisville in 2 weeks. Hopefully to do X2 better. Like we want that invite. We want the invite so we can go and have fun, play a lot of different side events because we just really like rocking those. So let's get into the profile. See, played. So it's like I said, played Gold Pride Punks. We played 3 Leon and 3 Carry. It's the only ones I play at 3. And I play them both at 3. You need to see the names. You need to see everything. Um, it's just kind of ridiculous to not see the names. You want to have them in deck for the trap is the main thing. Having them in deck for the trap is the main way you want to go off. You want to have something guaranteed is the reason why I play 3 Leons. So we try not to combo through Leon um, as much. That's why we play him at 3. Play 2 Rollerballer. This is the one I'll combo into, and I'll end my boards with it because the presence is nice. I don't want to brick. I don't want to open it. It's more of a brick than anything, especially with TCB going around in Vanquish Soul and stuff like that. And playing the punks, you got enough psychics as it is. And then we play the one Nitro Head. Cash is still around. If Cash wasn't around, you don't play this card. Card's not great. It's a free level 8 body, but it's not necessary at all. The only thing it's there for is to stop Cash from playing the game. Play 2 Better Luck next time and one that came out of nowhere. Sometimes you open this card even though you don't want to, so you'll search this. Searching this ending Nitro Head is kind of free, but yeah, you only play this because you sometimes open this. And then we play 2 of the trap. It's not once per turn. If you open one, Carry will search you another one. You could theoretically play less of the trap, but I like it as interruption. I like it as follow up. I'll honestly, if I have 2, sometimes I'll set one and keep one in case they break the board. I have follow up to get me into a Leon or something like that. Onto the punk stuff. We have triple Z Almond and double Foxy Tune. That's all of the like monster searcher summoners. We didn't play Ogre Dance for this event. We cut it for Droll from the main because Droll was so prevalent. It's just ridiculous to not cut it for Droll. So we do have the one wagon, one Madam Spider, one shark, and one deer note. You don't need 2 deer. Honestly, this card's terrible. I never want to open it. I only want to summon it from deck, and I banish it off the field spell for mid combo. Card's not that good. Uh, I mean, Monster Reborn's nice, but and it's just weird. We play the one jam session and one surprise because they're searchable targets. This we have monster interruption. Like we have so much monster interaction in the deck. That's why we play this over the imperm. Popping cards is nice, especially if you leave this have the level 3s, so you can leave the spider up and you get double pop. It's kind of cracked. On to non-engine cards. Like I said before, we cut the ogre. We cut 2 ogre dance and 1 upstart from the main for Droll. Maining Droll is just ridiculous this format, along with Ash and Imperm. Those were the hand traps we played. I never felt like I didn't see enough ways to stop my opponent. There was one game against Cash where I seen no hand traps at all. And I mean, in variance, 9 rounds, playing 18 or more games, you're gonna have something like that. So it happens. But the deck still feels really good with the 9. We do main triple talents and triple E telly because it's punks. Like the triple talents, the yeah, 3 talents in the main is just kind of cracked. People aren't expecting it too much. You get to if they draw, it's mainly in there for the draw. When they draw you, you get to look at their hand, and so you're like, let me see what you're playing. So you're just as hindered as I am. For the extra deck, it is fairly simple. We have 3 punk monsters, the Carp, the Dragon Drive, and the Amazing Dragon. The card never came up, but it does sometimes. Like sounds weird. Like yesterday, it never came up. We always went into Punisher, but there's been plenty of game states and testing where you need the multiple bounce. We play 1 Pinballer, 1 Star Leon, and 2 Chariot Carry. I only play 2 Chariot Carry for the simple fact that Um, it's so important. I don't want Unicorn to have the ability to hit it while Unicorn's still around. I know it's not as prevalent, but it's Cash is still the best deck in my opinion this format. And then also it gives me Zeus lines very easy. So we'll go carry attack and then go into Downward Zeus and have a format Zeus and still have the second carry to go into plays later if we need to. And then in addition to that, we play the Photon Lord and the Hope Harbinger. I feel like having the option to play both is great because you play this game one in case they have nib, you don't know what their combos are, and then you can also play this if you know, like if you have prior knowledge. Well, not really prior knowledge, but if you have like yeah, go from games 2 and 3 and stuff, they're like playing like Runic or any striker, just spell card heavy deck. A lot of times they don't have a clean way to deal with this card in addition to your whole other board. Play the one Dragite and the Psychic End. Card ends games. It's freaking great. And then Dragite's just a nice 8. Honestly, I seen myself going into Dragite more than Jam Dragon Drive if it wasn't the turn one combo. The turn one combo, we would do Jam Dragon Drive, overlay into an 8, do all this crazy stuff. But if it wasn't turn one, we were probably going into Dragite just to make sure we had that pressure of attacking and finishing up with negates. Then I played one Cerberus and one Phoenix. Yeah, I play both just because. So Click and Echo's a thing. There are some sprite decks that are doing the Click and Echo crap, where they give you the Click and Echo and you have to play with your hand revealed. So you'll link it off into like Cerberus or Phoenix. They get it. They'll IP. They'll give it back to you, and then you just turn it right back into a Cerberus, so you don't have to deal with the Click and Echo. Granted, they already know your hand at that point, but it gets that useless body off the field because what are you doing with it? Um, and realistically, you have the E-Telly, you have so many ways to just summon a free monster onto the board that you're it's using the one monster to get the slight advantage out of it is nice. And plus, you get to pop some back row, especially if you have like E-Telly. If you open like E-Telly Amen or a way to E-Telly and Amen or just two one card starters, you just use the rest of your hand to pick apart the board and then go start your combo. It's freaking great. Side deck, Purely is out there. It's really good, but I feel like Purely is one of those high risk, high reward, and I think Cash is better in my opinion this format just because it does what it does better than Purely. If that makes any sense? Like, more games I'm gonna see a Cash player doing a Rise Heart Cash plays than I'm gonna see Purely players doing Purely plays. At least that was my in testing and what I seen yesterday from the event. So I don't know. Maybe that might be wrong, but that's why I side for Purely rather than maining for Purely because I want to go after Cash harder. We sided the 3 Herald of the Abyss. Card is cracked. And you just call the Dark Fairy as long as they don't have the leap, which is why we tandem pair it with the Evenly. So against Purely, both of these go in. It happened yesterday. We were playing against the Purely player, and he sets 2, the continuous, the field spell, and a just giant the impermanence happiness. And he freaking draws in the standby. So he has one card in hand. And then I'm like, cool, battle phase. He's like, start step of battle. Turns it into a noir. I'm like, cool, evenly. All right, cool. So he banishes everything, leaves the noir. I'm just like, Herald of the Abyss. And then he just sends it, and then we just freaking summon carry because Herald pays life. Like, it was full combo free game after that. 3 Cosmic, back row decks are a thing. Lab is around. Floodgates are a thing because, like I said, Vanquish Soul. So this is the best one because it pays life points. It turns on all your Gold Pride stuff. Triple Book of Eclipse. We don't have the third. We had 3 yesterday, but we were borrowing it from our homie who's from Michigan. Thank you, Tony. Shout out to the boy. Let me tell you what. I bought like 4 or 5 packs of this set to try and pull a secret, and I didn't pull any. Walmart packs were not doing me right that day. And then we lasted up with 3 anti-spell. One of my L's yesterday was to Eradicator in game 3. Like, we had the game. We were full cooked. If we had a Gold Pride monster, like if we had the carry in our hand or a Punk monster rather than the Gold Pride spell and the Punk spell, we would have been fine. Ooh, or any Gold Pride monster, honestly, we would have been fine. But the fact that we had the spell and he eradicated us, it was just sad. But we would play the Eradicator. We don't have any targets, so anti-spell. Um, Matchups yesterday, really good, really fun. Let's see here. Game one, I played against Exo Sister. That was really fun. Um, we had just a fun interaction. We got that 2-0. Round two, played against Pearly. We got that 2-0. Like I said, evenly Herald of the Abyss was just kind of clutch for that one. Game three is we played against Dragon Link. Like I said, game one, he got it full combo, couldn't really play through it. Game two, I full combo, he couldn't really play through it. Game three, I droll him, so he sets up spheres and the branded lost. I normal summon, he branded lost, and a set card. Normal summon, I imperm the spheres, so I'm like, cool, normal summon the wagon, grab the field spell. On the normal summon of the wagon, he brings back the Magnemite he had. And then he freaking eradicators me for three, and I'm sitting there with a droll and a wagon, and I'm like, yeah, no, not happening. Good game split. So round four, played against Cash. Like I said, we got 2-0 to there. Game one, he went full combo. We didn't see any hand traps. Game two, he had everything he needed to pick apart the board. Uh, it happens from time to time. It happened at Nats. It happened. Cash sometimes just opened really good. Then when it comes to round five, this is when we started going on our winning streak. Played against Vanquish Soul, 2-0'd him. Really couldn't do much. I know evenly Cosmic was a thing there too. He had some back row and a monster, so he leaves one back row. We Cosmic it. We just clean up the game. Round six, we played against Rescue Ace. It was a 2-1 matchup. Game two, we lost, but it was definitely winnable. We just needed to. I haven't really played against that deck as much. I've seen it interact. We played against it a few times on stream, but it's weird. Game three, we win because he doesn't read my cards. I go Nitro Head, pop the token when he's got like five monsters on board, and he's like, okay. So I pop the token. I'm like, pop these two, and he's like, no, I have a response, and I'm like, bro, you can't respond now. You already said okay. So he gets mad about that, and I'm like, well, at the end of the game, I'm like, what do you mean? What was even your response? I was gonna negate your card. Well, I had a roller baller to take the other three anyway. So like, you were not playing the game. We were cleaning your round up no matter what. Round seven, we played against Chimera Runic. We cleaned that 2-0. He bricked game one. We go first. We just full combo. He couldn't really play through it. The deck's full combo. So brazy. It's ridiculous. But the game two, he bricked. So we just kind of won it there. Three, played against Branded round eight. It was Branded Despia. We 2-0 to that. Um, we know how to play around that deck so much. For, locals, shout out to Jimmy, shout out to Cole for playing against so much Branded. Um, that I just know where to stop the deck, where to interrupt it. He didn't open optimal either game, but we just knew how to. I just knew where to interrupt him. And then round nine, like I said, we were going into it. We needed to win this round and get their invite, get that top because we were X2. We play against the man. We play against the guy who won Illinois, the Springfield, Illinois regional. He was on Plunder Adventure. That was cracked. We go first game one. I look at the opening rip. There's no way to lose life points, and also no, I think I had the continuous spell, but that was it. I'm looking at Rollerballer, Leon. He ashes the captain carry. Like I don't know why he let the continuous resolve, but he ashed the captain carry, so it was just kind of downhill from there. Like we had the trap, but he just set up too much interaction. We couldn't deal with it. Game two, I look at my opening grip, and it's more of the same. There's no punks, so I'm like, bro, y'all see we play so much. We play the access to the punks. We drew two off of talents, and I drew like Ash and Droll. I'm like, huh, nice, but so it happens. Like I said, had some bad tiebreakers. Some of the people we beat and lost to, they didn't do too well that day. I know a couple of people dropped, like the Dragon Link player who eradicated us. He dropped later because he went on like a three losing streak and then just got mad and ended up dropping the day. But I want to shout out to everyone who I play against. They were all great opponents, really awesome. Even the Rescue Ace guys. Sorry about the misunderstanding, but things happen. That's why you got to read people's cards, man. Yeah. So I had a great time. I hope everyone has a great time watching this. And if you want to come say hi to me, we'll be at the Louisville, Kentucky Regional September 2nd. It's been awesome being on gaming, guys. I've had a great time. I hope you too. I'm out of here.